Hi Aries, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Aries, this week we're going to do the reading. We're going to see who you really are, which is always very interesting, but I am putting a slightly different spin on it, or sort of like an interesting little addition towards the end of the reading. So if you're newer to my channel, you haven't seen this reading before, it's also sometimes called What the Hell is Your Deal, Man? The Mask You Wear. So I'm going to ask who you really are, the mask that you wear. This could be something that you kind of put on, so you could consciously put it on, or it could be just something that's kind of, people may even be perceiving you a certain way that could be incorrect compared to what you are right now. Why you hide your true self, how this affects your relationships, advice for you, and outcome if you follow the advice. So the different thing that I'm going to do with this is towards the end of the reading, after we've investigated all of this, and I'm also not shuffling it, where you see it on the table. I'm doing it one card at a time, kind of like sort of old Cindy style, but I think this reading is really unique in that it benefits from that, because it's like slowly peeling off layers of an onion. So I think that's how this reading kind of needs to be done. But towards the end, we're going to get into the L key deck, and we're going to pull a card to see and ask, after we've looked at everything, what is the biggest factor that causes you to be in this type of a cycle right now? Okay, so that's, I've never done that before. So we kind of get information about, why you're doing certain things at any given time in this, but specifically to ask that at the end. So we're going to start with the Energy Oracle deck, Aries, and then we're going to get into the Tarot. Okay, so who you really are, the mask you hide behind, why you hide your true self, how this affects your relationships, advice, should you, no, outcome, yeah, advice for you, and then outcome if you follow the advice. Who you really are. You are a strategist. You have a strategy. You like to use strategy. Okay, it's good. You might be building a strategy right now. You might be looking at things around you and coming up with ideas and plans. That's who you are. That's the energy you are right now. I do this reading probably maybe have it a dozen times a year, or maybe a little less than that. So I want to say it's very cyclical. The mask you're hiding behind, the thinking man. That's interesting. I don't know how much you're actually wearing a mask. Okay, so here's the thing. There's the tiniest nuance between who you are and how people perceive you, or how you're allowing people to perceive you. So right now, you're somebody who has a strategy. I feel like you are someone who has a strategy. And even the way that just channeled out of my mouth, you're someone who has a strategy. So you're someone who has a strategy. So I want to say that you're not thinking so much about what you need to do. You kind of have an idea about what you need to do, but maybe you're not acting on it. So if there's something going on in your life and people are thinking, yeah, Aries needs to come up with a better plan, or Aries needs some kind of a plan, people might kind of think that you're still thinking about stuff. So that's what that looks like to me. So you're probably not divulging what your strategy is or your plan. Okay, so why? Why do you hide your true self? The seventh chakra. Oh, that's interesting. You might be getting some sort of downloads, and that's part of the strategy. You might be waiting specific. You might not even be thinking about anything. You might actually be waiting. My strategy is going to be influenced by what the universe tells me to do, or what the universe shows me what to do. There could be something going on here too with the seventh chakra in terms of sort of just clearing, transmuting, transforming dark energy into light also. Connecting yourself spiritually here, seeing the big picture, creating a strategy between you and the universe, and not one that you can create just in your head with your thoughts. So that's very interesting. How this affects your relationships? Well, the goddess of the moon, that's interesting. So the effect that you're having on relationships right now could be a lot more nuanced than anything else. There is a nuance to this reading in itself, because strategy and thinking are things that kind of go together, but they could be taking place at different times. You might be one step ahead of whatever people think you're doing or working towards. Now, the influence that you're having on relationships could also be relationship. You're having more of a spiritual influence on relationships. You could be even having like some sort of stronger relationships with people in the ethereal and in the dream state as well than in the physical. I do feel like there's also a lot of unknown about you going on right now that people are not sure about. They don't know what's, you know, there's a mystery to you. Relationships that you're working with might be a little bit mysterious to you. Okay, so what's the advice? Attachment. Well, that's interesting because I'm talking about a mask and the mask, right? There's a mask there. Remove the mask. So that almost feels like reveal your strategy. It could be, you know, reveal your strategy or execute your strategy. Because once you start executing your strategy, people would see that and start to perceive it as, oh, Aries is not thinking about something anymore. They're actually, they're using their strategy. They have a strategy. This strategy, it could be something that you feel like you need to extricate yourself from. It could be something that you're connected to or that you've made some sort of commitment to that you found yourself kind of bound to. So what's the outcome if you follow this? The strength, having strength, perseverance, confidence. Fourth chakra, your heart chakra here, opening up your heart chakra, opening up heart chakras. So now we get into the tarot. This is a very interesting reading. I got to tell you too, I've never done this part before. So, and usually if I do a new reading, I always test it on myself first to make sure like things feel like they flow and I'm using kind of like the right decks or whatever. But I didn't even test this part. So I don't know how that's going to go. That'll be interesting. Could do this whole reading and then bomb at the end. So I'm going to pull out 3 tarot cards for each one of these placements. You are strategy. Help me, I'm lost in the woods. Sorry. 5 of Pentacles. Help. I need somebody. Help. Not just anybody. Help. I need someone. Help. Wait, is that... Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Oh, please help me. Where does that go? I never needed something about, how does that line go? So much younger than today. I never needed anybody's help in any way. That's interesting. That just came like boom right in when I said that, right? Because this person is lost in the woods and they're not sure which way to go. I mean, who you really are, but your strategy. So, okay, I just want to say, because to me, it's like you'd be thinking about where do I go, but it's like you're not. It's almost like you've come to some sort of conclusion possibly that you can't think yourself through a problem that you need to resolve. You've got, like, why? Because, so if you're letting people think that you're thinking, you're just waiting for a sign from God. That's what it's like. No. The 5 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and Temperance. You're finding these gnomes are trying to show you which way to go, but you're not looking at them. Right? But which is kind of funny because this card is the one that feels like, well, why are you making people think that you're thinking? Like, you're really, just show me God, show me God, show me. But So it's as if, well, the universe will work to show you. Both these gnomes are standing up there. No, the other way. Look the other way. I don't know. So maybe you're supposed to be looking in another direction. The Ace of Cups and Temperance. It's kind of like something waits for you, but you're looking in the wrong direction. Like a new opportunity? Is it a new opportunity? Something to feel great about? But it's almost as if this energy waits for you. I don't know. It's really curious. But honestly, it's as if you're looking in the wrong direction. I don't think that's part of your strategy. I feel like it's almost as if, you know, there doesn't seem to be a logical answer for whatever's going on. So you're thinking, okay, the universe, show me the way. But they're literally doing that, but you're looking the wrong way. So the thinking man, the devil, all right, well, yeah, thoughts would probably not be that good then. So, okay, the Empress and the Emperor, but that's the mask. The devil with the Empress and the Emperor. The mask that you hide behind is that you're thinking about this. Was there some sort of a toxic relationship that you were in and people think you're thinking about that? Maybe you're trying to strategize away from a toxic relationship, but people think that you're thinking about the toxic relationship. This is so curious. I tell you, that's why these readings are peel them like an onion. Or you're overthinking. People think you could be thinking about a relationship with someone here. But, I mean, thinking about it too much would be really unhealthy. With the devil? But that's the mask you're hiding behind. So you're not doing that. You're coming up with a strategy, but you're being patient. So, okay, there's the other thing. You see why I like doing this like an onion? Because to the outside world, it looks like you may have consumed yourself with too many thoughts about a particular type of relationship, or a relationship from the past, or the potential of a new relationship, whatever that is. But really, honestly, you're on the outside creating a strategy. You're being patient. I want to say that I feel like the universe is trying to show you something, or you're waiting for that sign, but I feel like that sign is showing up. Okay, the 7th chakra, why you hide your true self. The 10 of Swords, the King of Swords, the Chariot. You are waiting from a sign. You're waiting from a sign from God, from the universe. This sign might have something to do with something coming to an end here. It could coming to an end in a relationship for you, in some sort of relationship. Again, I don't know how this relationship is connected to you. The Emperor is there. So I kind of want to say that it's probably you in some aspect. But you hide your true self. Is it because the universe is telling you, like if you backed down from something? That's the other way I would describe this. It's almost as if people think you're coming up with a plan, you're trying to think up a resolution, but you're almost sitting in strategy between you and the universe, okay? And you're biding your time, you're waiting, because you've been shown that there's some sort of ending that needs to be clearly established here for you to get movement with the chariot. Okay. So, How this affects your relationships, the moon. Nobody knows what the fuck you got going on, man. Nobody knows. The goddess of the moon. How this affects your relationship. Goddess of the moon. The Hierophant. The Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Wands. You are really waiting for something here. Yeah, the universe has shown you something. Oh, the strategy. Who are the, I have to clarify that. I'm wondering if the gnomes are showing, because you seem to kind of know something. And you know something, and I want to say it's almost like you're not really disclosing it to the outside world. It's kind of like some personal information that you've gained in a very nuanced way, either through signs and synchronicities, some sort of psychic sense that you've produced here. Are the gnomes pointing you in the right direction, or are the gnomes, because the gnomes, when I say the word gnome, it's reminding me of the fairy oracle by Brian, what's his name? Brian Frow? No, you know who I'm talking about. It's so fair, everyone knows it. Anyways, but there's that, oh, that gnome card. And to me, that's the one that the gnome shows up kind of at the worst time. And it's, oh, damn. You know, they're kind of being mischievous to throw you off your path. It could be, but usually that happens because it's kind of saving you from something. It's preventing you from getting involved in something. But at the time, it feels like, man, this is the worst time. I'm going to be late for the job interview now because you have a flat tire. Like, it's kind of like it shows up like that. But in fact, either you just weren't meant to get, so I was just seeing something else play out in my head here. No, it wasn't that you weren't meant to get that. It's meant that the energy was meant to shift. So something's playing out here for me. I'm literally seeing a situation where there's somebody getting ready. Let's just put a job interview on it. And they go out to the car and the tire is flat. And you literally, you kind of planned for yourself, gave yourself an extra 10 minutes. You said, I know it's going to take me 15 minutes to drive where I'm going to give myself an extra 10 minutes or whatever, 20 minutes. But then you go out and the tire's flat and you're thinking, this is going to screw everything up. I'm going to end up being 10 or 20 minutes late. But anyways, you still persevere. You change the flat tire. It's this redirection. It's what feels like a misdirection at the time, but it actually puts you on point, because what I'm seeing play out, I'm seeing two screens appear in my mind here. The person changing the flat tire, but in the other screen, I'm seeing the office setting where this person was heading. And the boss has come in, the person who's doing the interview in a really bad mood, had an argument with their partner, or the kids gave them a hard time. They just come in and they're not in a good state of mind, right? And then, but they sit down and like things, thinking, oh great, so now you're late for now they're really steaming. They're really steaming. They had an interview lined up with you and you're late, you're not there yet. Oh great, this is how my day is going. So this person is really upset. But then it's almost like, you know, people who know them, don't get them, go get some donuts and some oysters. Oh, somebody goes, oh look, I got some donuts, and go, oh great thing. That's just what I need. I want to put it on weight. Give me donuts. You know, it's okay. Hear me out though. I want to tell you this whole scene that's playing out. So then they have a donut. I'm like, I really like that. Oh, they got the cherry filled ones. And they're having their coffee or their tea or whatever they're doing. And then then somebody who works for them just got the biggest sale they've been working on for like a year to get this client. And they come in and say, I just got the biggest sale. We finally got the sale. What? Like all of a sudden, all this energy starts changing. But if you had shown up for that job interview, that's just what I'm saying. Something's going on here. And it's like, either you understand the specifics of what I'm describing, or the nuance of it, you understand it. So you're sitting with it and you're letting it flow. It's obviously probably not the tire, because you'd probably be stressed out about it unless you're already really in this flow state. Like everything happens for a reason, everything happens for a reason. So you don't get to the job interview in this sort of like freaked out state of mind. You're kind of calm when you get there. And literally by the time you show up, the person doing the interview didn't even remember that you were late, because they just feel great now. They're in this celebratory energy because everything around them has changed. They don't even remember why they walked into the office so upset. But that's how this gnome is showing up, like this misdirection. Because you could be looking back, which is funny. They are looking back and they're looking at this energy. The thinking man, the devil, the empress and the emperor, right? But it's like the gnomes are saying, no, 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 no. Go this way. Go this way. It kind of might be, feels like the wrong direction because, yeah, well, if you're overthinking stuff, that feels like overthinking with the devil and the thinking man. But you end up nailing the job interview. You couldn't fail it. You could even just answer the dumbest way possible. This person is in such a good mood. Yeah, but literally 20 minutes sooner, you could have given them the best answers to questions and not nailed the job interview. That's literally what just played out in my mind. So, but that is a very nuanced thing. And that is sitting here with the way you've got 7th chakra, the goddess of the moon, the slight difference between strategy and thinking is to change your strategy and remove yourself from perhaps some sort of toxic thoughts here. But people think you might still be really caught up in this thinking. That's what they see. But you're utilizing some sort of nuance here. All right. The attachment. Oh, I got, as soon as this came in, I just got all that vision. Well, I was directed to the gnomes because you got something going on here. How this affects your relationships. It affects them in a very spiritual way, in a very intuitive way. The Hierophant, the 9 of Cups, but the 9 of Wands. This is like a dream. This could be a dream relationship. This could be a dream commitment for you. And it's funny because you got the Emperor and the Empress. So if this is something that you've looked for in your life, or maybe if this is something that you've seen in somebody, but you can't think your way through how to make it work or how to bring it into your life, okay? Or how to make it truly functional. Maybe it's become dysfunctional and it is a relationship. It is literally, it looks like the strategy is to kind of pull away, at least from thinking, right? And what happens here, the Ace of Cups is not a physical thing that necessarily takes place. It could even have something to do with some sort of healing, some sort of, it's definitely creating a new feeling. And Temperance is taking this time, right? Taking this time for that to happen. But it's waiting a long time. The 9 of Wands is waiting and waiting a long time. But this person is also, it's a very different energy from any of the other 9 of Wands cards in any deck. This person is just kind of, yeah, they might be a little bit tense. They might be a little bit hot under the collar. But they're sort of utilizing that and they're finding ways to kind of, yeah, alchemize it. But just kind of sitting here, going to burn some candles, going to just like take it easy as best as I can. It just, honestly, it feels like a wish that you believe that you and the universe are in alignment with the Hierophant there. And this 9 of Cups and waiting for it. Advice for you, attachment. The Page of Cups. The 7 of Wands. And the 4 of Swords. There's something here about guarding yourself against, I'm going to say fantasizing with this Page of Wands. There's a couple messages. Guarding yourself against fantasizing. There's really a release of the mind here. This 4 of Swords is just to calm the mind. Don't even allow the mind to... This is very actually trying to maintain a very meditative state. It's very, very much quieting thoughts because the mind does engage in fantasy. That is part of the mind state. So detach yourself from this. Now there's something here that you, okay, so there's a secondary message. There's something here about yourself that you need to remove. And I don't know if you're looking at your own face very critically. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't know where this is coming in, but because this person is looking at their own reflection in the water. But the water isn't necessarily a true reflection because of all of the movement in the water and the ripples. You may not be looking at yourself whatever this toxic energy that you think about is. Maybe you think some of it is you. I don't know. Because that's the card holding the mask, and we go over to the mask, it's the thinking man with the devil, the emperor, and the empress. So there might be something here where you've attached yourself to in some sort of negative way. But there's definitely, you have to be careful with how you observe yourself. I'm not going to joke here. Like, this is honestly the advice is trying to maintain as much as possible a very meditative mind state. Let things be as they are. Let things, not trying to overthink, even not trying to fantasize. Allow play, to be in the moment, because this is also for a Four of Swords, it's kind of fun and playful, right? She's blowing bubbles there at her desk. Taking a break, too. Advice to take a break. Maybe even if there's some sort of job or profession that some of you have, if you can take a break or when you can take breaks. Maybe even taking a break from strategy. Allow things to flow a bit here. The outcome, if you follow the advice, is strength. It's the angel of strength. The Hanged Man, the Five of Swords, and the Tower. Oh, it's waiting for something. It's waiting for something to kind of be cut out, which is interesting because while you're hiding it yourself, it's like something needs to come to an end. This Ten of Swords and the King of Swords. Something needs to be given up to the ghost. Something needs to be returned to the universe here. This could be something contractual, the way this King of Swords is coming in. But the Five of Swords in the Tower. Ooh. Something needs to break down here. What is this? The Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. How could there be so much in the upright? This is crazy. Gonna kill me with this one. Oh my God. Is it the whole deck? Oh, we can't do that. Not doing no. It looks like the whole deck. The whole deck. So you've run the gamut here. You have, no, at the Sun. The Sun is reversed. Oh, no, the Wheel. And then it goes forward with literally more than half the deck here in the upright as an underline. I believe there's significance in that. I'm not going to read. Oh, no, stop. No. Okay, it's the Queen of Cups is where it is reversed. And then that moves into Justice. Let me make sure, and there's a lot of cards here. I know not all readers will do this, but I find there's significance in the underline because it's where it got you. Okay, I'm going to read this quickly. Something is held back in expressing oneself emotionally here. There's making, in your own way, kind of trying to produce some sort of justice. Definitely. Yeah. Because there was Justice, the Ace of Wands, and the Magician. The Ace of Wands looks like magic, like candle magic, and the Magician. So trying to produce, but the Nine of Swords, right? The thoughts. The Queen of Wands was also telling you don't put your hand in the fire, which is interesting because right after Justice is fire. So don't put your hand in the fire because she's holding that person's hand. Don't touch it. Have a fresh start here. The Three of Swords, but that's like a heartbreak. There's almost like something that you're held back from being able to do. Don't put your hand in the fire. That this is, okay, do this on your own. There's the feeling of loss, a burden, the 10 of Wands, the 4 of Cups, the Death card. It feels like everything is passing you by. Everything is passing you by. Then you're in conflict with the 5 of Wands. The Knight of Wands. This is restarting the candle magic with fresh candles. June 21st may have been a significant date for you, or will be a significant date for you. I want to say might have been in the past tense, because this, the underline is in the past. And then this Knight of Wands, she's putting down fresh candles. This is different magic, because now it's projecting. She's got the what is this? The Page of Swords. It's putting like almost like something that you're wishing for. If this is a person or something, putting it up in the kite and giving it up to the universe, showing the universe. What is it? 10 of Pentacles. It could be a home. Could be a new home. Could be a new job space. Oh, it's got the 8 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. Wait a second. No, this is like a dream coming in here. This is like you manifested something or someone after going through a very difficult time. This, I'm going to be honest, this looks like suddenly you went through something where there was no longer love there. And then justice comes in, which feels like the end of a relationship. You may have actually been... You were trying to manifest something, but no, you weren't trying to manifest the right thing. And then you might have been trying to manifest things that looked kind of pretty on the surface, but didn't have any substance. And you realized, you know, you need a fresh start here. And then it's kind of looking at your own broken heart and something that likely happened. Moving beyond the distraction of the pain, of some sort of ending, and then facing the pain. The weight of life, and maybe, I don't know, it's like long hours, long days, I get with that. And then the 4 of Cups. Angels almost trying to tell you something's coming in. Something's coming in for you, but your eyes are closed. And you're more grounded in the past disappointment. Then the Death card. There might have even been the selling of a home here. So then the physical dream comes to an end. The home is sold. There's conflict. After the conflict, maybe something was even resolved for you on June 21st. I don't know. After the conflict, the Knight of Wands. This is when the new magic comes in. And you manifest something here. You might have manifested something in a work environment, or you might have manifested a dream job or a dream business partner. You did exactly that with these cards. The 10 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles, the 2 of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles. This is like I need a new recipe and ingredients to make something work. Oh, wow. That was something. That's why you shouldn't discount that underline. This, I don't need to clarify anything else, although I might clarify the Devil. This over here, the Angel of Strength, the Hanged Man, the 5 of Swords, and the Tower. Let's go to the Devil first. We'll actually do the whole thing. The Devil with this thinking man landed on the Tower. The Ace of Pentacles, the Empress, Justice, the Emperor. This is the thing that, this is weird. I don't know if there could be 2 Aries in this reading. This could be about 2 Aries. There could be 2 Aries. 2 people came to my reading. Thank you so much. There's something odd here. Because the Emperor showing up is the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Cups. This is almost, or it could be something that you don't see, but it's your dream. Or something that you're held back from, but it's your dream. Or your wish, right? Justice, this Empress, the Devil. There could be some sort of money that's involved here that is the contributing factor that makes something unhealthy to pursue or to fulfill. Very interesting. Yeah, you could be dealing with two Aries here with that kind of energy. One is showing up as more masculine, one is more feminine. The Hanged Man. Outcome if you follow the advice. The Hanged Man. The Seven of Swords. You are hiding and waiting. I just wanted to poke her belly button. You are hiding and waiting. Everything was just too serious for a minute there. You were hiding and waiting. What are you hiding? I don't know. You know, every time I ask the Seven of Swords in any reading, I really don't get a direct answer. So I'm done with that. So you've got some sort of plan here. The Five of Swords. What are you cutting out? What's getting cut out? The Empress and the King of Cups. Hidden feelings. Oh, what's getting cut out? The Empress. You're cutting the Empress out with the King of Cups. I don't understand this reading. The Tower. Maybe with the Justice card, it could be like some sort of legal thing. And maybe you do have to cut someone out of another relationship here. I don't know. The Tower. The King of Wands and the Hierophant. Well, I'll tell you this. It's definitely the pursuit of whatever this dream is that you got with you in the universe. Yeah. Kind of like a nothing holding you back energy there. That's the Tower. Like really, I want to say it's going to be a significant change that everyone's going to see between you. But what everyone sees you as. Like what you're showing up as. Really going after some sort of a dream wish here. You got the Ten of Pentacles at the bottom. There's that energy that felt like, you know, it was sort of like the lead up to something that you manifested. Oh, not done. Okay, let's see how this goes. If it bombs here, we won't do it for the rest of the zodiac. But Aries, you're the first one. You get to be my experiment here. You're my guinea pig. So, this card, does it add to any clarity or make it more confusing? Through this deck, what is the contributing factor here that has really caused you to be in the energy that you are in and how things are playing out around you? She who surprises, surprise, discovery, and revelation. Oh, that's interesting. There you go. I kind of has a feeling like this energy over here. This is almost like a dramatic change. Like it would surprise people. So, okay, in strategy, you're looking for some sort of a surprise. A coming out? Coming out? I do also want to say that you're getting you're discovering, you're having some sort of revelations here with this 7th chakra. That's the biggest influence. You're having revelations. There you go. I'm going to do the extended. So in the extended, so here's what I'm going to do in the extended. So in the extended, I'm going to, I'm just trying to think, should I use the same oracle deck? I might. I'll see. I'll see when I get over there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the same layout, but you in the future. So I want to see how that changes, right? That I've never done it like that either. So same layout. We're going to look at all these parts of you, but in the future, like kind of see how this changes. There you go. Thank you so much, Aries. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.